Things are heating up here in Dublin, Ohio. The U.S.A. Nationals Tournament features 40 teams on 5 fields playing a multitude of games over the course of 2 days. Today, we'll see a couple of mixed women's squads as they take the field. We'll also see the club from Columbus, this year's host city, as they face the Boston Demons. It's another Aussie Rules doubleheader coming up next as Stateside Footy goes to the Nationals. We're on location at the Darree Soccer Complex in Dublin, Ohio, the site of the 2014 United States-Australian Football League Nationals Tournament. And we're here to bring you another edition of Stateside Footy, the program that features Aussie Rules as it's played right here in the United States. Alongside camera person Stacey Robert, I'm Bill Robert, and today we have another Footy twofer on tap. First off, a battle of mixed squads from the women's division as the combined team of players from the Montreal Angels and the Baltimore-Washington Eagles faces a squad made up of a mixture of players from the Columbus Jackaroos, the Minnesota Freeze, and the Boston Lady Demons, or as they're jokingly calling themselves, the Frozen Gilla Demons. A lot of the region's top female footballers will be seen in this first match today. We'll follow that up with the Boston Demons, who are looking for their first Nationals win after a loss to Houston earlier in this first day of tournament action. Of course, it's not going to get any easier for the side from Beantown, as they'll be going up against the host club, the Columbus Jackaroos, who, by the way, also just happen to be the defending USAFL Division II premiers. A lot of good footy is underway, and we'll get to it after the break. First up, mixed squad women's footy, and you'll get to see it right here on Stateside Footy. Continuing our coverage of Stateside Footy goes to the Nationals, we now have a game from the women's division featuring, well, two mixed teams. One of them is Montreal and Baltimore-Washington, and the other one being some players from Minnesota, some players from Columbus, the home club, and also some players from the Boston Lady Demons. So definitely a mixture of clubs. Obviously, both of the clubs, at least some members of them you've seen a lot here on Stateside Footy. Lady Demons, some of the Lady Eagles, the Angels, obviously, from Montreal. And coming out now and off the ruck goes to the Eagles, first of all. And they'll kick it ahead. And trying to move with it right now. In a sea of Jackaroo jumpers. But the Eagles still get it. They kick it ahead now. And let's see, trying to move it to somebody in front there. Pops up and tapped, and all of a sudden we're playing volleyball here for at least a second. A couple of Jackaroos players dispossessed. The ball goes to ground, and they have a shot with it now. And let's see, the kick goes, and let's see what we got here. It's a point. It's a point.
And it's Kate Sargent with the point for Montreal.
Thank you very much for that. Brian Barish, of course, joining us here in the booth for this one. Brian, been very busy. We talked to you a little bit in the interviews before the event started here, and the Jackaroos now taking the kick in from their own back goal square, and it's almost marked by Emily Reel. She's actually being heavily harassed now and brought to ground. It's a hard footy there with 3 or 4 players getting mixed up. But now is another Jackaroo who almost gets taken.
That's Stephanie McKittrick.
Okay, so that's McKittrick right there. Okay, so.
Oh no, was it? Here's McKittrick.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
And let's see, we got a whistle here. And we got a free kick going to the Jackaroos.
Yep.
Or as they're calling themselves, the Frozen Jilla Demons. Which
we put all these names together, and it sounds like a frozen drink, doesn't it?
Yeah. Which means the other team will be the Eagle Jills or something.
Yep.
So we're not even going there. We're saying the Eagles and the Jackaroos, and we're just leaving it at that.
Yep.
And let's see, kick goes ahead now. And it's marked, very nicely done.
Right out in front, too. Not much of an angle to speak of.
Pretty much straight right out in front, and the kick. Actually, that looks pretty. No, actually, just a point.
Nah, it didn't look very good off the boot. It looked like a wounded duck there.
Okay, quack, quack. Well, but still doubles their lead. So now it's 2-2 for the Eagles and for the Jackaroos. They actually have yet to score and actually have yet to see the ball touch their half of the ground.
The ball's been right in front of us for the first 2 minutes.
Which is fine here.
Yeah.
Because our viewing angle isn't the best right now.
What you see is what we see, alas.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Well, a bunch of lasses, actually.
Yes, I see that.
Yes.
Several lasses.
Yes. Coming out of the boundary throw-in, tapped basically into a game of Aussie Rules Twister. And coming out now and back in, and someone gets the ball loose to the boot, and let's see, it is a mark and a free kick, and another
That's
chance.
Sargent again, Kate Sargent. Sargent Kate.
Sargent looking to add to the slaughter. And let's see.
Short.
Marked, and let's see, that's gonna kept out. I think that's Judith Stein, yep. And Belzy's got it now. And ball back, and let's see, kicked ahead again, and let's see, we got a whistle, and we got high contact. High contact, yes indeed.
And it's a free kick. Very good call there by the official right on top of it. And it's Kate Sargent again right in front.
Kind of get that impression from the crowd noise.
Yep. Well, she's got the headband on.
Yeah.
There it is.
There we go. And a major score for the Eagles. Eagles now leading 1-2-8, and once again, the Jackaroos yet to see the ball on their side of the ground.
Yeah, marooned in their own territory, and we're getting towards the middle of the day here. The ground has dried out a lot. Yeah, it is a little bit of a wind going on, but not as bad as it was this morning. So had kind of the Helen Hunt, Bill Paxton flying cow syndrome going on.
That was a few years ago in Austin.
Yeah, just a little, and Mason. And Mason.
True, yeah.
Yeah. Not as bad though. It's a beautiful day here in Dublin. The ground's very beautiful. They're well cut, and a good job by the folks here at Darree Park. Ball knocked forward by the Jackaroos. They're going to keep it going forward. Bunch of Eagles buzzing around there. Wait, that's bees, not Eagles. In any event, the Eagles have it.
Pinged for a throw, I think. Free kick.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to be. It looks like it's going to be a free kick here to the Eagles coming back towards us. So So a lot of play so far. A lot of familiar names here on this Angel side. Of course, we mentioned Judith Stein. There's the mark taken there nicely. They're going to run it forward. Looks inside 50. They have a lead. Just got in front. She's going to soccer it on. She's all by herself. Just pick it up, straighten it out, and kick a goal behind. Yeah, it's a behind.
It's a minor.
It is a minor. No, wait. Hang on a second. He's got two flags.
Okay.
Great job by Sarah Warden there for the Montreal Angels to get it forward. I didn't see who kicked the goal there.
Nor I.
Actually, yes, I did, right there. It was Jenna Haverfield for Montreal. So that takes the Angel Eagles. There's lots of wings involved on that team to 2-2-14. And Columbus yet to score so far. They've gotten exactly 5.6 meters onto their side of the center circle. Ball up in the air again.
That's pretty exact.
I know. I had my protractor out. Something like that. Hey, there it goes inside 50 for the first time. Columbus getting the ball towards the goal there, and looks like they have it tied up and brought down. Now it's a bit of a rugby maul, if you will, but the Eagles get it defensively there all the way in the back, and sounds like we have a whistle, and we do. So we played about, I would say about 4 minutes or so. 2-2-14 Montreal/Baltimore-Washington, and the Jackaroos Demons half the freeze yet to score. Ball is still, they're all still having a powwow there, mushroom farming over in that far pocket. That's somewhere down near Kentucky. The ball squirts out, and the Eagles are going to move forward with it on the wing position, up on the far side to our right. Good job of run there, kicking into the forward line and looking, and good mark again, or almost did by Judith Stein. Gets it over to Sargent. Sargent with a roller.
Poster.
And it's a Wilbur post. Hello. Fifth score of the game, third minor one for Montreal. They go to 2-3-15, and Jackaroos yet to score. I mentioned in the lead-up on my preview to this that the Jackaroos have a couple of very good defenders. Andy Williams of the Lady Demons, and also we mentioned Stephanie McKittrick of the Jackaroos, who's the captain of the Columbus side. Ball over in the pocket now. They're battling for it. It squirts out. The Jackaroos going to relieve some of the pressure, but it's marked defensively there by number 24. That's Marie Soleil Jacques. I bet you she's from Montreal. Probably. And she's about 50 meters out, about a 45-degree angle. It's going to be short. Oh, great mark by Kate Sargent, who has been all over the field for the Angels here in the early going. And she'll have a chance for the Angels' third of the Angel Eagles wings things. As it's kicked, it's a wounded duck. McKittrick gets a hand on it. It's handed away. We have a whistle. Looking for the signal. Umpire is going to come in. And
free kick looks like it's going to the Eagles.
Right in front. And it's going to be number 43 with the ball. It's at a slight angle. Ski jump ball. That's all she needs. And it's a major score, and it's Gabrielle Bureau from the Bureau of Scoring Goals for Montreal. 3-3-21.
I'm still trying to get past the mushroom farming comment.
Yeah, you like that? That's well. See, now you're a hockey fan like I am. Jim Jackson of the Philadelphia Flyers calls that. So whenever a goalie would go down, he used to say that Roman Cechmanek used to do that a lot.
Mushroom farming.
Yes, mushroom farming. Whenever you're down in Indonesia, mushroom farming.
That's why we love to have you aboard, because you're a fun guy.
As we
both look back and check
Stacy.
And Stacy's just shaking her head. I can't believe I married this hamster. No. Anyway, yes. As the ball comes out now, it goes along the wing, and once again the Eagles are on the march. And let's see, Jackaroos pick it up now, but battle for the ball, contested footy on the far boundary, and they're going to, I believe, call for the ball and ball it up, or did it go out of bounds? Or is it a free kick? It's a free kick to the Eagles, it looks like. And up it goes now, and let's see, it's marked. So marked, taken by the Eagles, and they look to advance and once again add to this lead, which is pretty substantial right now. And the kick goes up front and almost marked. Kick through, and let's see, that's going to go across the face of goal, and then actually it's not even going to bounce through. It stays in play right now. And Judith Stein handballs it out, and we've got a whistle, and let's see what we've got here.
Looks like they're coming out. Looks like it's going to be a free kick to the Jills.
Okay.
Looks like the foul was on. It was in the area of Judith Stein, and that'll be McKittrick to put the ball back in play.
And she puts it back in now over an outstretched set of Eagle hands. And they're coming back with it, though. Is that Sargent once again?
I think so.
Stein there. Oh, she tries to get a boot to it. And McKittrick able to get it away. Still a tough play, though, in the Eagles' forward pocket. They get it to the boot now, and that goes out the side, and I believe that's another minor.
Another minor.
3-4-22 now for the Angels. And the Angels, Eagles. I'm just going with the jumpers. That's what I'm calling them.
Yes.
We've got the Eagles jumpers, the Jackaroos jumpers.
And those are nice. Those are the West Coast Eagles jumpers. Those are nice.
I mean, the last game I did, I couldn't even get the difference between Columbus and Colorado, so I'm not even going to go
Yes.
here. In fact, one of the teams here is Columbus. I'll just say the Jackaroos as they take the kick in from their back goal where it bounces off a couple of hands. And with it now, that's Emily Reel. Of course, the Boston Demons, you see her a lot on this program. She's wrapped up. She's got 3 Eagles around her.
And in there was Dora Bortulovic for the Angel Eagle combination.
A name that we haven't really mentioned yet, one of the most prominent names when it comes to the Montreal Angels, of course, is the Legault sisters, Amy, Margot, and Emily.
Probably because it's been on that side, because the ball hasn't been on that side of the field yet.
And we've got another whistle here, and looks like we're going to ball it up once again. And up goes the ball, and out go the hands, and down come the Eagles with it. Kick just goes past the outstretched hands of Belzy. Judith Stein going after her right now. She's got the footy, but I don't think she was able to get it straight. Just took a running kick from a very tough angle. She's able to get it through for a point, though, and not what she was looking for, but still in addition to the lead for the Eagles. 3-5-23 now.
She's one of the few players, I think, in the league who could hit a shot like that out from the side of that angle. I thought she was going to channel Eddie Betts for a second.
Yes, indeed, but not a banana kick right now. It's put straight into the air. Bunch of players collecting under it. 2 Eagles collide. Another one tries to get it off the ground now. And just a collection of jumpers. Someone soccered it off the ground. And looks like that's a goal. Beautiful job there.
We're going to give that goal to Jane Fenlon, who is
from the Angels as well.
Yeah, completely off balance there. And sometimes all you got to do is get your boot to the ball.
It's almost like they say with hockey sometimes when you're talking about like trying to finesse the puck and trying to pass it too much. And it's like, well, you're not scoring. It's like, well, you can't put the puck in the net till you put it on the net.
Did you use the term? Have you been listening? You've used finesse. Are you listening to Mike Emmerich too much? I think you are.
No, because otherwise I'd be using the term knifed.
Yes, that's true. Knife, flayed, shuffleboarded. Anyway, 4-5-29 is what Montreal is on to, and we have a whistle and a ball up in the center of the park. And looks like the umpire is going to say, give that to me, I think. Yes, it's a ball up. It's knocked forward by Montreal once again. Soccered on. It was a worm-burning grubber of a kick, but then running forward. She's going to kick that inside 50. Again, Stein is going to be there, but also going for it. Now the Jackaroos at it. Is that Andy Williams? Maybe not. I don't know. It's pummeled out, and we have a whistle, and we're gonna ball up on the far side of the field. Going after that was Jenna Haverfield, who kicked a goal a little bit earlier in the game for the Eagles combination as the ball's kicked inside. It looked like it was touched. It's behind anyway, as that's Chris Adams' son, CJ. Chris Adams, a longtime member of the Baltimore-Washington Eagles. His son CJ continuing the great tradition of participating in this league. So behind, it'll take you to 4-6-30.
And Chris Adams obviously is involved in a lot of things with Aussie Rules Football too. He was with U.S. Footy News for quite a while, and also involved in a few of the other programs that they have in the area too.
Yep.
And it goes down to the boundary now. Once again, the Eagles have it with another chance for a scoring shot coming in really tight angle, and it stops there. And I believe that's Andy Williams who had it now. And there's a scrum for it. And I think now they're going to spin the dial. It's going to be left-hand blue.
Yes.
It goes up once again as they ball it up right literally in the shadow of the goalpost in the forward 50 of the Eagles. One of the Eagles has it right now, but she's basically in a tug of war with one of the Jackaroos. Ball goes to ground. Ball comes back up. And that was a kick off the side of the boot. And
behind.
That was a behind, but still just side of the boot. I mean, she was pointed this way and the kick went that way.
So it's going to take them to 4-7. 4-7-31.
4-7-31. We missed
You missed one.
I missed one.
I didn't.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
So 4-7-31.
That's why there's 2 of us here, Bill. We have 6 eyes between the 2 of us, and 4 of mine don't work. McKittrick out to the near side looking for real, but Belzy steps in front.
Actually, that's not Belzy.
I'm sorry, that's Kate. That's Kate Sargent.
Yeah.
Kate Sargent from the side. We've called her name a few times. Not a very good kick into the popcorn machine. Williams gets it to the boot. Not very far. That's Lindsay Belzy. Belzy is getting high. She gets a kickoff.
Wow.
But it's out of bounds on the full. And I'll tell you what, that was a pretty good attempt there by Belzy, and she had to knife through a few of the players there. So awesome, fantastic. So again, 4-7-31 to no score. As the ball will be put in out on the far side there. While we have the second, we mentioned the Columbus Jackaroos. We mentioned Stephanie McKittrick. Stacy's her mom. We mentioned them, and look, this is a team that was almost on the brink of extinction last year, but a great job to get a lot of the numbers, not only to compete during the season, but also here at Nationals. Out in front, Sargent again.
That was pretty good.
Off. Hit the
Poster.
base of the post, another Wilbur post. Hello. 4-8-32 the score now.
You're really tempted me to go with a heavy Mr. Ed reference, aren't you?
Yeah, well, again, it's the whole Rex Hunt. It's a whole Rex Hunt influence, unfortunately.
Let's see. Almost an intercept mark taken again, and then she cops some contact in the back, and will cop a free kick, I believe, as a result.
And again, that's Kate.
Sargent.
That's Sargent.
Yeah.
And the fact that she's fast, we're not talking 20 Clark fast, but she's pretty fast and she's pretty speedy. And
oh boy, marked right in front. And then
I believe that's an atom ball, as they call it in hockey. That's Bureau again, and another behind.
Another name you hear in hockey from time to time. Remember Mark Bureau?
Yes.
So with it now is Stephanie McKittrick in her back goal square taking the kick in, and she's just going to kick it wide. And how wide's it going to go? It'll stay in play, but then it'll roll up. But at least she's not going to get pinged for a kick out on the full.
Stephanie McKittrick, known as Macca, and the two of us are hockey fans, and a friend of the show, a friend of ours, and we like her even though she's a Penguins fan.
Well, yeah, we won't go there because obviously you think the Penguins and the Flyers have bad blood. Try Penguins Bruins on for sides. And let's see here.
Ball's over there somewhere.
Thank you. from the vantage point, here we go. Kick down from the Eagles, and in front, and it's going to bounce over. They had a player in front ready to take the mark, but it went over her head, and she just let it roll, and it goes through for another minor score. So on the surface, you think, they've had 14 scoring shots, but in all honesty, this could be, much, much worse for the Jackaroos because 10 of those 14 scoring shots have gone through for behinds.
Sargent again. No mistake.
Yeah,
absolutely none. Now it's 5-10 here, and you just mentioned that, and that's the way you got to kick. And you look at some of the teams that are down the road here. Look, you're up 40-0 at this point, but when you get down towards the end, and when you play, you talk about the Denvers, you talk about the Sacramentos, you talk about the Minnesotas, some of the really, really good players of this, really good teams in this women's competition. You need to kick straight because it's one thing if you get 11 scoring shots, but only 1/3 of them have been for major points. 5-10-40 to no score. We're getting pretty close to halftime, I would imagine. Ball's knocked forward, and we have a whistle.
Actually, I think we're getting pretty close to game over unless something changes drastically and soon. But
I won't do the opera singer Rex Hunt for you on that.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
Thank you for that. And let's see, the kick goes along the far boundary. It looks like it's going to bounce out of bounds, so we will have another boundary throw in.
Somewhere in Tent City.
Yes, indeed. Well, it's the first time we mentioned the intensity of this match.
Yeah, that's the question. And I think that's about as close as we're going to come to it, unfortunately.
I think so. Although the pressure the Eagles have been putting on has been pretty intense. And the ball after the kick takes that bounce, but winds up in Eagle hands. Jackaroos have it now. And they will just look to kick it ahead, and it'll roll a little bit around the boundary as a bunch of the players go for it. Hard footy out in the outer boundary right now, far boundary from us, and heads back toward the Eagles forward 50, and it's soccered off the ground. We've got a whistle, and didn't see the indication from the umpire.
Not very demonstrative, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I think so. We've got a free kick going to the Jackaroos.
Oh, we're going to call that kicking in danger. That's probably the closest thing to anything over there.
And Still on the far boundary. They kick it in now, looking toward the corner. Bounces off the hands of the intended target for the Eagles, but one of her teammates will pick it up and start it ahead, try to get it maybe over to Lindsay Belsey, but indeed.
Bureau 43 there. Go ahead.
Bureau, okay. Thank you very much. This game, by the way, today brought to you by smartphones. They're not a sponsor. It's just we have to punch up all the team sheets right now on our smartphones. So Brian's the name expert right now here.
Yes.
And let's see here. Meanwhile, we're too busy joking here. We missed a free kick to the Jackaroos. But then it's picked up, and here come the Eagles once again. Actually, she's dispossessed. The ball goes to ground, but Eagles have numbers in there, and the kick's going to go just about over everyone. McKittrick has it, though, and then she's held up, and I believe we've got the whistle for halftime. And it's appropriate because so far this game's taken place in one half of the field.
Pretty much, and then it's going to take on the other one. So when we come back, we'll still be on the same side of the field. We're going to get some laser eye surgery. We'll figure it out.
I actually think next year's stateside upgrades, I'm just going to get some Steve Austin bionic eyes installed.
Something like that, yes.
Anyway, right now the score stands at halftime. The Montreal, Baltimore-Washington Eagles, 5 goals, 10 behinds, 40 points. And the Minnesota, Boston, Columbus Jackaroos, nothing.
Goose egg.
Yes, thank you very much for that one, too.
That's why I'm here.
Coming up next, we'll give you the second half of this match, and we'll bring you more as Stateside Footy goes to the Nationals. Getting set to kick off the second half of action between we're just going to call them the Eagles and the Jackaroos. They're mixed teams. Both of them are mixed teams, but I'm just going by the jumpers they're wearing. Hi, Andy Williams. And she comes back here, and she's ignoring us. We'll try it again.
That's
Hi
okay. Hi, Andy. Hi.
Well, she has more important matters at hand right now, like trying to get her club back into this a little bit, as they trail right now by a significant margin, 5-10-40 to basically 0-0-0-0.
Zero, zero, nada, squatch, bupkis. That's a big old round number. 2 round numbers, but one of them is bigger than the other one.
Zero.
Settle.
Destruct.
Zero.
Okay. You're channeling Mr. Ed. I'm channeling Captain Kirk, and we've got the tip-off here, and second half action has begun. Yes. Engage. Yes, indeed, number 1. Anyway, it's going through, and Eagles once again staying number 1, as we can keep that reference going for a little more. And they're moving it now on the far boundary. It is rolling on the ground. A couple of Eagles giving chase. And it's going to ground now. Picked up once again. The Eagles will take it. And goes off the ground. And here come the Jackaroos now trying to do something with it here. Trying to get some points on the board. At this point, any points at all would be a victory, albeit possibly a Pyrrhic one. But goes along the ground once again, far boundary, and it looks like the Eagles are going to pick it up, although they've got some heavy pressure there from the Jills and a number of players getting together there. It's basically just as I mentioned before with another game, a game of ADD Twister out there right now.
Oh, yes.
As you've got a number of rolling mauls just going for the ball. So I believe it's going to be thrown in from the boundary. And let's see, we've got a whistle, and I think they're going to throw it in again. Might be one of those classic do-overs, like when we used to play football in the street.
Do it over again.
Yeah, do it over. Or, hey, car.
Yes. Car, C-A-R, car.
And let's see, it's tossed up again and hit out to no real advantage. In fact, goes to ground, and it's loose. And now it starts to move in the Eagles' direction once again. Kick off the ground, goes over, outstretched hands, and with it right now, I believe that looks like, I have to check number 40, but it looks like Amy Legault out there. And let's see. Looks like we have got a mark. Are the Eagles taking a mark out there?
I know I say this every time you and I do commentary, Bill, but it all looks the same from here.
Well, I actually envy the people watching this at home because we're just sitting here and we're squinting trying, but my wife Stacy's doing some great camera work here, getting this
best
stuff
in
here.
the business.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Of course, I'm a little bit biased, but kicks ahead now, goes to ground once again. Ball is bouncing along, and let's see here. And it's going to be tied up, I believe. Nope, it's loose now. And it's the other thing, too, with this Nationals format. You've always got the whistles from the other fields kind of tripping you up sometimes where, oh, it's a whistle. Oh, wait, that's the other field. Never mind.
Yes.
So, but with that said, now there's a whistle here, and the action has stopped in the field.
On our field.
Yes.
On our field.
Yes.
Now, it's worth mentioning, and while we're watching this, if you've ever been to Nationals and you're not at Nationals this year, if you weren't at Nationals, because I guess by the time everybody's listening to us, the fields are in a straight line, unlike before where it's field one normally and all the other fields are in kind of a hub. So, a little bit different. Mm-hmm. Mark taken on the far side. There's too many balls over there.
And let's see, it goes off the ground now, and still a battle for it. Kicking toward the sticks, though, and let's see here. Looks like we've got a goal.
Everyone's
another goal there
really
for the
happy.
Yes, and
2 flags.
Yeah, I actually saw the 2 fingers too. I saw the 2 finger.
You saw that from here?
I saw that from here. Yes.
Wow.
Yes, I need reading glasses, but I can see that. Go figure. But anyway, big thing is it's a major score for the Eagles, and now it's 6-10-46. And you could say, in case of the Jackaroos, this game. Well, you can say this game is getting away from them, but I think we have to change getting to gotten.
I'm sure it's far. It's off. It's off in the distance. It's off in the horizon. The sun is set. The refrigerator's off. The eggs are cooling. The Jello's getting hard.
With that said, nice clearance by Emily Reel out of the ruck, and she kicks it ahead. But then picking it up for the Eagles, that's Lindsay Belzy out there, and she's trying to move it back ahead. And here they come. And one of the things we know about this Montreal squad, having seen them as many times as we have on Stateside Footy, they are a fearsome bunch if you're going up against them. Talented, fast, tough, and they don't miss.
And really good.
Dynamite.
Yes.
And let's see, we got, looks like what appears to be a stoppage in play for the moment.
Up on the pocket there.
Yes.
It's worth mentioning, just looking really quick at the back line here for the Angels. It looks like the girls, because Belzy was playing up on the forward line, and Elaine Gilmore, who was playing up in the forward line, it looks like they've switched and played more in the back line now. So it looks like Montreal's giving some of their forwards some rest. It looks like Kate Sargent's still up there, so looking ever presently.
Here comes Andy Williams now. She's coming out. I think they're changing her out. So the action continues in the Eagles' half of the field. And the free kick, actually pretty low kick, a line drive. And now the Jackaroos are trying to turn it back into attack. And not too terribly successful with it, though, as the Eagles go back, and it bounces off the ground a little bit. And then forwarded ahead. And ball's still loose. Someone's trying to get a hold of it, trying to fire off a scoring shot while they're in that deep. Jackaroos obviously trying to move it the other way. And here they come with it now. Player taken down just as she disposes of the ball. Soccer off the ground, moves ahead, and here come Jackaroos momentarily. Brought back, that kick ski jumped and shanked, I think. A little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
And winds up going out. So as a result, it's going to be another boundary throw-in, I believe. Or did it go out in the full?
Well, somebody's got the ball over there. It's a throw-in.
Throw-in, yep. Coming in now, and
it's over there somewhere.
Rolls out of bounds once again, and so that'll be another boundary throw-in. Jackaroos trying to get things at least moving in their half of the ground. Still have seen very little action on this end or in the other end in the previous half, but so far the only scoring in the second half, a single goal to the Eagles, and as a result their lead increases. It's now 46-0. And we keep moving on here. Juggle for it now. On the ground, a bit of a scrum, but now Eagles are moving it toward their goals again. That's a low line drive kick. Taken. She's free now. Is able to get it to the boot, and that's headed for the sticks. And let's see. That looks like...
still in play momentarily, but it
then went over. Yep. Question is, did they kick it or was it rushed? Really, it's academic. Either way, it's a point. So it's now 6-11-47. And once again, still... no result yet for the Jackaroos.
McKittrick about to kick it out of the back line there. Once again, she's been very, very busy for all the wrong reasons, unfortunately. But but hey, this is Columbus, as we said, they've got a lot of new girls this year. I know Boston, and it kind of counteracts. Look, Boston, we saw them play a couple years ago in the grand final against Denver. And look, they're still playing hard. They're not. They're still having to work. Montreal, the Eagles, for all their points, as the ball is out of bounds over on the sideline here.
Actually, let's see. No, it's a scoring shot.
Oh.
Yeah, it went through. I just saw the umpire.
We have a flag.
Yep, that's a single. That's a minor.
6-12-48.
So basically, they've got 6 majors and then 2 majors worth of minors.
Yep.
So it's where we sit right now.
Yep.
And the kick in once again taken from the Jackaroos in their back goal square. They're trying to move it up the field, but anytime they try and move it up the field, the Eagles just bring it right back, and that's going to go through again. And let's see. Looked like that went through. Was it? I thought I saw the ball going through it. Either went out of bounds or.
I'm not seeing any movement from C.J. Adams on this side of the field here. So
right.
Either he's
it's
not
a boundary
paying
throw
attention.
Boundary throw in from the pocket, and once again the Eagles trying to move with it. Contested footy there, right by the behind post. Still going for it. Ball pops up a little bit there, and Jackaroos trying to keep that lead from going, but that kick looks like it just went through for a goal. And I couldn't see.
2 flags.
2 flags. Okay, so that was indeed a goal. So that's 7-12, 54 now.
Yep.
54-0 in favor of the Montreal/Baltimore-Washington Eagle Angel peoples.
And the question is Car Jackaroos, where are you?
Oh, ouch. Ouch. A Joe E. Lewis reference. Really?
Joey Lewis and, his name escapes me, Herman Munster. Ed Gwynn.
Ed Gwynn, yes.
That's pretty good for being 20 years before my time.
Yes, absolutely. Gotta love Nick at Night.
Yes.
So they bring it back up to center, and they'll ball it up once again. Umpire lets it go right now. Let's go up for grabs, and punch forward by the Jackaroos. Can they make something happen with it now? It's a handball and a kick, and it goes ahead. They've still got it. One player dispossessed, though, and the ball winds up momentarily in Eagle hands, but right now it's going back and forth between. We got a whistle, and it looks like a free kick for the Jackaroos.
They've been few and far between opportunities for the Jills here.
Kicked up now and marked. Nicely done. Jackaroos looking to move it and start doing something on their attacking half of the ground.
Might be the first time inside 50.
I'm not sure they're there yet.
Well, now they are.
Kicked ahead, yeah. But will they actually? It's going to roll. It's going to roll in. Let's see.
Oh, it's touched. It's touched.
But it's a point. Their first point of the match.
They're so excited. Listen to them. They are so stoked.
And I was right, by the way. I mentioned number 40. That is indeed Amy Legault of the Montreal Angels.
Yeah, it is.
A few times I have seen her kick daggers into the hearts of opposing teams. She did it a couple of years ago at a Lady Demons tournament in Boston where the Demons were leading, and she kicked a goal right before the siren to give them a 5-point win.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago. And, of course, I call them the first lady of Quebec footy because you've got the 3 sisters, and really, they're all fantastic.
I would say they're the first ladies of Quebec footy, the first family of Quebec of Canadian footy, not just Quebec footy, but the Northern Lights up there and the Midnight Suns, the development team.
Well, I know, but that's the only real Canadian team I've seen on a regular basis. So
yes.
I didn't want to leave some of the some of the Calgary and other people out too. So,
yeah.
But from what I've seen, obviously 3 of them. Especially, with Amy, she can do it all. She kicks goals. She does a nice job taking intercept marks, and she is fierce in the midfield. She's a terrific footy player.
She's a triple threat, and
yes.
and those are few and far between in any team, let alone the women's teams and really any of the teams. Doesn't matter what level you are, to have a player like that is fantastic.
And back to the game now.
Yes.
As the Jackaroos have it, they take a mark, and then they kick it, and goes over a few sets of hands, and I believe it rolls out of bounds. As we see the Denver Lady Bulldogs warming up.
They're on the hunt for national championship number 5, and that would be a record, eclipsing the men who won 4 in a row from 2002 to 2005.
So the drive for 5 is alive for Denver this year.
Yes, sir.
I understand, though, they've had a lot of turnover this year, a lot of new faces on that club.
They've had a couple of girls give birth and a couple of other things, and look, they're still a very tough side, and they're very, very physical, and it's all about how they're still looking for a team to really combat with that. They've won, I believe they won this morning, so 18 in a row.
Wow.
For at Nationals, going all the way back to 2010 in Louisville.
That's amazing. As we had a boundary throw, and basically ball went between clubs, Jackaroos and Eagles going back and forth, and pretty much within the same, say, 10 meters of real estate. But now a free kick is awarded, and the Jackaroos once again with a chance to advance the ball and maybe add to their score. And they kick it ahead here, and it goes and just rolls along the ground. Another worm burner, as you like to say, but now the Eagles bring it right back. And you know what they say, the early bird gets the worm burner. In this case, the Eagles have cashed in.
Yep.
And free kick there is marked, and so the free kick will be paid after that mark. And now, once again, they're inching closer to that goal. Kick goes up, and it's going to land in front, and there's a big battle for it. No one gets free with it yet. There's a bit of a scrum, but it's still moving closer to the sticks. And let's see here. We've got another stoppage in play and another umpire signal there. I believe we're going to have a free kick or a boundary throw in here. So
CJ's doing jumping jacks on the near side here.
Yep, boundary throw in, and goes over everyone, actually. That's a heck of a boundary throw in. Unless, of course, it was a free kick and I didn't see it, in which case I look like an idiot here. But,
well, if it was a throw-in, sign them up for the Bills.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's see, where are we moving here? I believe
we're in Dublin, Bill.
Yes, thank you.
We're in Darree Park Fields watching football.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that name check for everyone who wondered what they were watching.
Yes.
And it comes in now and goes off of a set of hands there and goes to ground. Eagles still looking to do something with it. Ball going back and forth. Still a very tough footy down there by the Eagle goals, although it's loose now. And I believe McKittrick in there trying to turn it around. Considering the action has been down that way, and let's see, actually it did go through. It looked like I just
well, I saw a flag.
A flag, yes. So
I saw a flag on the Divi 1 field. Did I see it?
Yeah, the umpire down here too. The umpire went grab me for the flag, but then realized it was the Divi 1 flag and not the women's field flag, as the action continues in the forward pocket for the Eagles. And I think it just rolls out of bounds. I think we're going to have a boundary throw in.
Getting pretty near the end. Go ahead, Bill.
It's once again just checking out the action here. Thanks for tuning in today. This is Stateside Footy goes to the Nationals as they put it in right now. And almost marked, but the Eagles get it once again. Centering ball actually goes over everyone, goes across the face of goal too. And it looks like it'll go out to the far boundary. I believe they're going to toss it in once again. Or do we have a free kick? No, they're going to toss it in once again. So it's a boundary throw in. But once again, fortuitous for the Eagles as it is in their left forward pocket. And up it goes and bounces off a bunch of players. It's still a battle for it. And seems to be going in the Jackaroos direction. However, the only person there is wearing an Eagles jumper. And she's bringing it back and kicks it ahead now. And let's see. It goes to ground once again.
Good contest.
And let's see. We've got a kick to the Jackaroos. Marked. And just going to stop. She's not going to play on. She's going to take a few seconds.
Call.
Wait for some targets to develop. Yeah, she really had nobody forward. And the marking attempt now, the contest for the ball going off of a couple of players, and it actually goes out of bounds the far wing here on the about the center of the ground.
No reason to rush it, honestly. You're down. Look, I mean, you're not gonna. You got to get to make the score respectable somehow. There's no reason to rush those kicks. Ball goes in directly across from us, somewhere over in the middle of Kentucky on the other side. Now the Jackaroos pushing it forward, looking for Andy Williams. It squirts through. Legault's going to pick up in defense. Come to the near side, handballs it over to Belsey. Belsey's going to pick it up, kick it in towards the middle. It's going to fall in front of a couple of Jills, goes through everybody, and then the Eagles get it over there. That's number 3. Gives it over to Sargent. Sargent gets it off the side of the boot. Looks like the Eagles have still maintained it. Now McKittrick's going to come in and try and clean up in the back. Still, as they go down, hey, we'll use another mushroom farming reference because they're all on their knees down there. At least that's what it looks like from here. It looks like it gets tied up.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely a crown in the center of the ground too. So that's. I think as far as the vantage, you always want to be higher when you're watching Aussie Rules. But in this case, A, we're below the field, and B, there's a hill in the middle too. But we just got the flag there. A point was scored by the Eagles as McKittrick once again takes the kick from her own back goal square. It's now 7-13-55. And
double nickels.
Yeah. And single pennies for the Jackaroos right now.
Shaving a haircut?
2 bits.
Yep. We're appealing to all the hipsters, I think, with all these references of. I was going to make a Joey Brown and they're Joey Brown and with 54 and nobody's perfect with Joey. No, Joey. Never mind. Go ahead.
Kick out by the Jackaroos now. Goes over everybody, and they're trying to move it forward. Eagles on them every step of the way, and once again a huge crowd of people in there. We've got a stoppage, and I believe a free kick has been awarded. Free kick going to the Jackaroos.
A little bit of a breeze now.
Just a bit.
It's a little chilly, too.
And kicks over and goes off of Eagle hands, actually, and winds up going to ground, and the Eagles ready to pounce on another one. Moving in again. That kick, Geske jumped a little bit, goes well wide, and goes past the outstretched arms of pretty much everybody. Eagles able to keep it in play, though, and handball it over. Far boundary. Kicking in now, going towards the sticks, trying to center up maybe. Get it into Eagle hands, and let's see here. Did we just see a goal? I just saw the umpire pointing, and let's see here.
1 point.
1 point. Okay, so I did see a point, but just one finger, not two.
Thank you, Stacy.
7-14-56.
Stacy's camera knows all and sees all.
Yes, indeed. All right, let's see. It's going on the boundary up there in the pocket. Kicked once again toward the sticks, and it's going to hit the ground, and looks like it's going to bounce through for what seems to be another minor. And indeed,
another
it is.
Minor score.
So it's now 7-15-57.
15 out of 22, and you know you're going to know that Legault and everyone else are going to talk about this heading into tomorrow. Again, 57 points is great, but you start getting against you come up against a team like Denver, and they're going to punish you.
Yes, indeed. As the kick goes back in once again toward the Eagle goals, and there's a big battle for it, and still in play, it looks like, and they try and handball it out. Jackaroos tried to do that there, and let's see, we've got what seems to be a stoppage in play once again. And I believe...
I don't think that's us.
No, that's not us. Jackaroos have a free kick, though, as I see one of the Eagle players there standing on the mark. It's kicked ahead now, and goes off the hand. Someone tried to catch it, but went right off the top of her hand and rolled, and I believe it went out of bounds, so we will have a boundary throw in. Once again, at this point, the Jackaroos are playing for pride as they trail 57-1. So let's see. It goes back in once again and hit back.
That's us.
Let's see. Is that us?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that is us. You hear horns going on all over the place, and you can't tell. But indeed, that'll be the final on this one. And this one just flew right by, actually. Final score here in this women's division match at the 2014 United States Australian Football League Nationals. The Montreal/Baltimore-Washington Eagles, 7 goals, 15 behind, 57 points. And the Columbus, Minnesota, Boston Jackaroos, 1 behind 1.
Great job, Billy. Great job. You could smell the smoke coming out of your ears. It was awesome.
Oh, just trying to get all the mixed team together. But that's the final score. The Eagles 57 and the Jackaroos 1. And coming up next, we've got more Division II action for you. Boston teams are coming back in action. We'll bring you that game next. Brian Barish, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Bill.
Of course, now you have to go back to wearing one of your other many hats because you're doing like 9,000 things out here this weekend.
Aside from the Stateside Footy hat, which I'm wearing. Well, they don't know that I'm not wearing it, so
you just told them. You just told them, yeah. Usually, if you make a mistake like that, just go on, let it go. Don't call any attention to it.
Well, you all know I could be the center of attention.
That'll be your next class. But anyway, Thank you very much for joining us, Brian. And we're coming back next with more Stateside Footy action. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Stay with us here. Don't go anywhere. Boston Demons back in Division II action out here at the 2014 U.S.A. Nationals. This is the match that they're taking on now the home club, the Columbus Jackaroos. We saw them have a decisive win over Chicago a few games back. Columbus, obviously the home club, not to mention, I believe, the reigning Division II champions. So this is going to be a really tough match for the Demons. Demons obviously had a match today. They took on Houston, didn't fare very well. So we'll see if they can get going here against the Jackaroos of Columbus. And the Demons try and move it forward. Mike Shepard almost got the ball there, bounced off his hands. He was able to get the handball off now. And coming back there, Columbus, I believe that's number 1, Philip Sissia for the Jackaroos. He's going to kick it up now, looking for a target, and it's going to bounce just at the feet of Jordan Edmonds. And it's handballed over now. With it there is Rob Adams. And let's see, looks like we've got the ball going out of bounds. We'll have a boundary throw in. As they line up and get ready, the Rucks get to it and knocked over. Punched ahead there by David White for the Demons, and looks like once again the ball will roll out of bounds, as will one of the Jackaroos. And they'll toss it back in once again. And it goes once again and hit out to almost a definite advantage to the Jackaroos, but it went by Zach Slater. He's able to pick it up now, and then he gets it to the boot, but it's smothered. And Columbus in there right now. Slater pushed aside there by Chad Welday, number 77. He kicks it into the goal area, but it's taken there. Matt Wood, a stalwart on the Demons' backline. He kicks it down, and it's marked there by Jeff Hampshire, number 14 now for the Demons. He's able to get it to the boot. He's got a target lined up, and he's got him now. And he's hit after he gets the ball. That's number 7 there, who I don't have here, so we'll have to see who that is. He kicks it ahead, though. It's smothered. Oh, my goodness. Nice smother there was number 42 there, Mark McClure. Look at the height differential between the two, and no surprise that that particular result happened. And the ball goes to ground, and they will ball it up. Rucks will go at it once again. Tapped ahead there, once again by McClure. Kick to the forward 50 now by the Jackaroos, and taken there. The mark. That's Rob Adams, number 56. Adams taking the mark, getting set to take the free kick. And from this range, obviously, he'll line up a set shot, see if he can get the Jackaroos their first points of the match. Gets it to the boot. It's a long kick. Is it a straight kick, though? Looks like it went wide, and indeed it did. It's only a point. But Columbus does score their first point of the match, and they take the lead. And the score right now, the Columbus Jackaroos 1-1, and the Boston Demons nothing. Demons getting set to take the kick in from their own back goal square. Matt Wood lining up for the D's, and he will do it. He gets it to the boot. Going for it now, almost trying to take the mark. There was Tom Graham, but it's marked by a Columbus player. And he'll kick it over, looking for another target, and 85, Jay Karutz has it now. Looking at the lineup, a target, and he gets the kickoff now. Heading toward the forward 50 once again for Columbus. Takes a big bounce, winds up in Columbus' hands, and the kick. Nice smother there. I believe that was Joe Connor that got in front of that one. Mark, not 15. He's got to play on. And he's being surrounded there by Demons jumpers. Nice smother on that kick. And Eric Jordan has got it now, and he's able to kick it out of danger, but he can't get it to Graham. Ball hits the ground, and once again, here comes Columbus. The handball ahead goes to ground, goes through one player, picked up there by Rory Smith. And he just kicks it out. Takes a couple of bounces, winds up in Demon hands, at least momentarily. Smith has it once again. He handballs it off, and with it there, trying to make the kick there, but not going very far there. That was number 10. Well, actually, I don't have. Let's see here. Bounces, takes a few bounces, and then nice coverage in the back line there. That was right, White once again, I believe. But the kick goes through, and that'll be a goal for Columbus. And there we go. Major score now, so it's 1-1-7 in favor of Columbus. And they'll bring it back out. They get set to toss it up once again in the center square. Rucks get ready. And they go to it. And goes to ground. Finally picked up there by the Demons there as they kick it ahead. Play on, says the umpire. Columbus having it now. Handball goes out, handball back, and they are running. Jackaroos with the ball, and player dispossessed there. Ball back to the boundary. Still in play, a bunch of players going after it, and finally, the umpire pays a free kick to the Boston Demons. So the kick will go to P.J. Devine. Devine lines up, gets the kickoff, and it's spoiled, but then bounced out and kicked back in by Columbus. And Demons take it now. He's tackled, and that's got to be holding the ball. Free kick going to Columbus. And the kick comes in now. And the spoil, P.J. Devine in on that. A couple of other Demons as well. Play on, says the umpire. Ball still on the ground. And we've got it tied up once again. The referee will ball it up. Umpire tosses it up for grabs and knocked back. Nice job there by Chad Walday of Columbus. But getting into the boot there is Matt Wood. And it takes a weird bounce. And it's rolling up the field, but Columbus will get there. And they try and move it back now. A little bit of a sidestep. And then a handball goes over to the hands now of Brady Minich. He's able to kick it forward. That's a long kick. Oh, my goodness. Goes a little wide, though, but quite the kick there. Single point, and Columbus once again with another score. It's 1-2-8 now. Demons yet to even see their half of the ground for the most part. And the kick in from the back goal square taken by Matt Wood and marked by Zach Slater. Slater will kick it ahead now. He's looking for somebody on the wing, and it's going to just take a bounce and roll and go out for a boundary throw-in. Early on in the first half of this match, and right now, Columbus leading Boston by a score of 8-0. Throw-in comes in, goes over the rucks, and winds up in Columbus' hands for a moment there. And it's handballed ahead by Matt Garofalo for the Demons. He gets it back now, and he gets the kickoff. Unfortunately, the target was being held up a little bit, and now with it there is Philip Sissia. And he gets it off, and Columbus kicks in. And loose ball, P.J. Devine tries to get it to sit for him. He's got it now, and just is able to kick it out, but it's going to go out on the full. So Columbus will have a free kick. Free kick to be taken by number 6, Alan Gardner. Running up, going for the ball there, number 33, that's Eric Pollitt. And let's see, big juggle there. And, he's taken from behind, though. Play on, says the umpire. And Columbus with another kick towards goal. And that's going to be wide a little bit there. It'll still go through for a point, though. And Columbus adding to the lead once again, 1-3-9. As compared to the Demons, 0. And the kick in taken, but then marked. Intercept mark taken by Columbus, and they kick it once again. That's a big kick, and let's see, that's a goal. Tough angle, bit of distance to it, but boomed right through. All of a sudden, Columbus's lead jumps up 2-3-15. And once again, Demons yet to score, or once again yet to even move the ball into their half of the ground for the most part. Keeping him on, once again, this is a very strong Columbus Jackaroos club. Doubly motivated by the fact that this game is pretty much on their home soil, Dublin, Ohio, being just outside of Columbus. And they'll toss it up for grabs once again. And hit out to advantage, at least momentarily, by Columbus. And they move it again. They're able to get the kickoff, but Jordica almost able to take the intercept mark, but he is just spoiled, and Columbus moves it ahead once again. Matty Garofalo, nice spoil. Matt Wood trying to get it. He loses it, and with it now, that's Brady Minich. He's taken down, though, and the Demons have it momentarily. P.J. Devine gets the handball and then gets it to the boot. And Ari Jonik lining up. He can't take the mark. Went to line up, take the overhead, but he did get in there to knock the ball away. Nice little knock on there by the Demons' Ari Jonik. And Columbus bringing it back. He is hauled down. That is a beautiful tackle. Play on, says the umpire. Got to see a jumper number. I've got to see who made that tackle because that was gorgeous. Kick goes in and goes in for another point. Beautiful tackle there by Boston, the Boston player. Fortunately, I didn't see the jumper number, so wasn't able to give proper attribution, but goes once again, and actually, or what was that a behind? Because he, I guess, I have to double check that actually, because yeah, it was a point. Okay, I didn't look like he kicked it from the goal scorer, but I'm at a weird angle here. So, but anyway, the ball is moved up to at least the mid part of the ground now, and the Demons will have a free kick. This is one of their better opportunities to get it onto their end of the ground. Number 34, David Knezovic, lets it go, and they can't mark it, and it gets spoiled and rolls out of bounds, but still not a bad result for the Demons as they move the ball further up the ground toward their forward 50. Boundary throw-in coming in, and knocked wide. The battle for it right now, and the Demons with it. Heading for the boundary, the battle for it. Columbus gets a hand on it now. Jonik trying to work with it there, and it bounces off him. It'll roll out of bounds. We'll have another boundary throw-in. You're watching Stateside Footy goes to the Nationals, 2014 Australian Rules Football Championships here, held by the United States Australian Football League. And let's see, they're battling for it after that boundary throw-in. Ball is still live by the far boundary, and it's loose now along the ground. Demons try and soccer it ahead, and still a battle for it there. The Demon gets the ball, he's tackled, but then they're still fighting for it. Columbus player with it now, he's taking the ground. Bunch of players hitting the turf here, and I believe we've had a free kick going to the Demons there. So the free kick taken by Boston. They move it further ahead and trying to mark it, and marking it indeed. One of the Demons there, and they're going to play on. Actually, he stops up a little bit, gets some targets under him, and then it's spoiled as they try and move it forward. And now Columbus trying to turn it back into attack. Batted forward. Beautiful use of the ball there. Kicked in, but P.J. Devine with the intercept marked for the Demons. How stalwart has P.J. Devine been over the years in the Demons' back line? Kicked there by Matt Wood, but he shanks a little bit off the side of his foot. Taken there by Knezovic. Knezovic handballs back to Wood now. Wood with it by the far boundary, being chased, and he handballs it off, and the handball really goes to nobody. Winds up rolling over the boundary. Good win there for Columbus, because not only did they force the ball to go out of bounds and get the boundary throw in closer to their own forward 50 in their own goal area, their own attacking goal area. Ball going back to ground after a tackle after that throw in. Still a battle for it along the ground. No clear ball winner yet. No clear ball winner yet. And let's see, we got another whistle. And a player getting the ball there. The only person getting the ball there would be the umpire. But now coming out. Let's see here. We've got a high contact call, free kick going to the Demons. So the Demons looking to move it ahead. Right now with the ball there is Rory Smith. And he takes the kick, but that goes off the side a little bit, and that's going to be out on the full, I believe. As a result, Columbus will get a free kick. And here we go, the kick. Big booming kick towards the forward 50 for Columbus. A couple of players jump up, try and mark it. They can't. Matt Wood's got it now for the Demons. He's dispossessed, though, and the ball will run out of bounds once again. And we'll have another boundary throw in. Once again, the wind picking up a little bit here. And tossed back in once again. Knocked wide. No clear possession yet. Still no clear possession. Hard footy there going on the ground, and finally the Demons get it. I think that was Devine that had it, but then he gets hauled down. And we got a push in the back. And who's getting the free kick on that one? Free kick. Actually, I'm sorry, that wasn't a push in the back. It looked like he signaled a push in the back, but just a boundary throw-in. Not boundary throw-in, I'm sorry, ball up. And let's see here. With it there, that's Smith once again. Smith tries to handball it off to Matt Wood. I'm sorry, that's not Matt Wood. That's number 18, that's David White. Battle forward once again. Bunch of players in this scrum, and it'll just be held up and tossed up once again. it goes once again. Oh, and Ruckman tried to punch it ahead, but kind of whiffed on it. Ball to the ground now, and here come the Demons. Smith, I'm sorry, that's not Smith once again. That's White with it now. Oh, intercept mark taken, though. That's Chet Radnauer, one of the charter members of this Columbus Jackaroos Footy Club. Nice long kick from him. Looking for a target. Goes off his hands, though. He's able to pick it up afterwards, although he's being harassed heavily by Matt Wood. Columbus still able to get the ball out, though. Another kick goes toward the goals, and that's going to be another behind. So now it's 2-5-17 for the Jackaroos, and, of course, for the Demons. It's no points yet. And Matt Wood getting set to take the kick in out of his own back goal square for the Demons. And he gets it on the boot and is just going to fly up. And, oh, big spoil there by Columbus, and they're going to move it through once again. Kick didn't go 15, so it's not a mark, but they've still got a nice smother there. I believe it went off of one of the Demons players there. It might have been accidental, but, oh, that's a beautiful smother by Matt Wood after that kick, and they send it off once again. Rusty Smith with it now, and he's looking for his target. Target there was Cheyenne Gunawardena. Hope I got that right. If not, I'm sorry, Cheyenne. I'm trying. And it's going to go off of the they handle one of the players, I believe, and go out of bounds. It's a Cheyenne Gunawardena, number 45 for the Boston Demons. Tossed back in. And takes a weird bounce off the corner. Rusty Smith giving chase now. He handballs it off just as he's tackled. And we've got high contact. Free kick going to Rusty Smith. And Smith will put it toward the corridor now. He's got a target lined up. It's intercepted, though. Intercepted mark taken there. Intercept mark, I should say, taken by Columbus. And kicked ahead. Bunch of players lining up under. It's going to be a contest. Goes off the hands of Matt Wood. Winds up going into Columbus hands. There's a race for it now. Going after it. And not getting there is Anish Mistry, who had some points in the first Jackaroos game we called today. Another boundary throw in. Good result for the Jackaroos as it is in their left forward pocket. It goes off of a couple of hands. They try and move it ahead, and that's going to go out of bounds once again, trying to get it there. Once again, for the Jackaroos, was number 5, I believe, is Clyde Simpson. Tossed in once again. Demons hit it out, but picking it up there is Eric Jordica. But he can't slow down, and he runs over the boundary with it, so it'll be another boundary throw in. Demons backed up to their own defensive goal once again. Columbus looking to pounce and add some more to their score. Right now they're up by almost 3 straight kicks, but it's kicked out now. Rory Smith gets it to the boot, and there's a big contest for it. And let's see, one of the Jackaroos picks it up, but then he is hauled down, and umpire rules he did not have prior opportunity to dispose of the ball, so he's just going to toss it up. And a hit ahead there by the Columbus Ruckman, and here we go again. And handballed off. And they're just doing a chain of handballs right now. Kicked in and over a couple of heads. Takes a weird bounce over P.J. Devine. And then Jordica tried to handball it. Loose ball there. Taken by the Demons. Giving chase now. That's Ari Jonik. He's going to get it now. He's going to get the kickoff too. And it takes a couple of bounces in the David Knezovic direction. And it looks like it'll go out of bounds, and we'll have another boundary throw in. First half action here between Boston and Columbus, and so far the Jackaroos leading 2-5-17. The Demons yet to score. And the throw in coming once again from the boundary. Here it comes now. The Rucks go to it, and it's punched out. And looks like the Demons will get the clearance as Rusty Smith handballs it off. The ball is then kicked, and it takes a bounce and is tipped back by Columbus. And they're trying to move it along the ground. Demons in there as well. Battle for it at ground level. It goes up, and let's see. It takes a bounce. Players still competing for it. And the Jackaroos moving with it once again, but the Demons have it now. Handball goes off, and he's able to get around. I believe that's Wood. Oh, it takes a couple of spins around, loses the ball. Umpire says play on. And there's just a scrum right now pretty much at the center square. And let's see here. Looks like we have a push, so it'll be a free kick to the Demons. That's number 23. That's Mike Shepard. He handballs it off to Rusty Smith. Smith gets it to the boot before the tackle comes in. And nice spoil there by Columbus. And that ball is going to be knocked all the way out of bounds. The boundary throw in coming in the wing in the far boundary, right in front of one of the shade tents out there. Although really haven't had a need for a shade tent today. It's been overcast for a good part of the day. Not in a bad way either. Cloudy, but still bright, not like dark and overcast like you see sometimes. And off the ruck, D's get it. Oh, almost a nice mark there. Just went off his hands. And we have halftime. Demons looked like they were starting to build some momentum, maybe get an opportunity to put a scoring shot through. But alas, along comes the horn. And as a result, we find ourselves at halftime now. And at the half, the score stands. The Boston Demons yet to score. The Columbus Jackaroos, 2 goals, 5 behinds, 17 points. Coming up next, second half action. You will see it right here as Stateside Footy goes to the Nationals continues our yearly look at the U.S.A. National Tournament. And we're doing it right here on Stateside Footy.
Australian rules football? In the U.S.? That's right. The United States Australian Football League is in a city near you. Go to USAFL.com, find your team, check them out. We're a group full of men and women just like you. Join us for the fun athletic competition. Stay for the camaraderie. Log on and sign up to join your team at USAFL.com.
Second half action about to start here at the Darree Fields in Dublin, Ohio. Right now, the Columbus Jackaroos looking for a win. The Boston Demons looking for a point. Right now, the score stands at halftime. Columbus 2-5-17, and the Boston Demons yet to score. Hopefully, that will change in this half, obviously, because the Demons need to get back in this game, A. And B, it's down by our goal here, which means we'll have a better shot at any scoring shots. But anyway, so far, it's been pretty much Columbus. The Demons really haven't had a shot. Although the last part of the first half, basically, they started to move along and started to get some momentum. But then, as soon as they get the momentum, the horn sounded and signaled halftime. And second half is about to start, and the ball goes up. And here we go once again. They go to tip it off, and looks like Columbus will win it. And there we go. That's a center clearance for Columbus. Big kick. Players lining up under it, and winds up going to ground. And let's see here, still in there. Big battle for it right in front of the goal area. And it looks like let's call for the ball, and they'll ball it up. Dangerous turf for the Demons here. Pretty much backed up against their own goals again. Knocked out, though. Although knocked out right into Columbus' hands. And then, let's see, it sounds like applause there, and I believe that's a major score. So now we're at 3-5-23, and the Demons once again 23 points less than that as we bring it back up to center. Got this game, and then after that we've got the New York Lady Magpies in action in the next game, and then tomorrow it's another whole set of games as we continue with Stateside Footy goes to the Nationals. This time the Demons look to get the clearance, but the kick out is intercepted there and taken. Ryan Gross intercepted it for the Jackaroos, but then it's kicked ahead, and Columbus with the ball once again. Kicked toward the goals, and knocked away there. I think Devine got in there. Ball's along the ground. Loose ball by the goals. Still loose. Demons trying to work it out there. And let's see, it goes past everybody. And oh boy. Just trying to soccer it ahead, the Demons. And they got away. They actually got very lucky because that kick almost went out on the full. But it didn't, so instead of a free kick, you just got the boundary throw in. And once again, it looks like Columbus will get the clearance. Well, maybe not, actually. Well, here they are with it now. And a bit of a centering ball there. Mike Shepard marks it. He's got the mark. He'll stop and try and line up some targets there. Nice job there by Mike Shepard. He kicks it ahead now, looking for Joe Connor. Connor goes over his outstretched hands, though. And let's see, Tom Graham in there as well. Let's see, a race for it. And Columbus moving with it once again. Goes back now to Chet Ridenauer. Ridenauer kicks it ahead. And, intercept mark right there by the Demons. He's just going to move ahead. Get it to the boot. Do they have a target lined up? No, they don't. They had a streaking Tom Graham, but it winds up going into the hands of Robert Gardner. And Gardner kicks it wide, and that is going to roll. And actually, it's going to go out of bounds. So Unfortunately, that quick turnaround, they couldn't get the mark in the forward 50, but the subsequent kick went wide and actually rolled out of bounds, so still not a bad result for the Demons, as it's a boundary throw-in this part of the field. It'll be up for grabs once again. Up goes the ball, and it winds up in Demon hands, and the kick goes straight up. There's a race for it now, and once again, the intercept mark, though. And once again, it's going to be Robert Gardner. He kicks it ahead now, and Jonick, going for the spoil, but it's taken there by Simpson. That's Clyde Simpson. He handballs ahead now, and it's a loose ball, and let's see, Graham. Graham couldn't put the tackle on Nathan Jameson. Kicking it ahead now, that's Ridenauer once again. Marked, intercept marked there by the Demons. That's Dave Knezevic. Knezevic looking to line up a target. And he does. He puts it into the forward 50. A lot of Columbus jumpers there. But the spoil and the intercept mark, as going up for it once again, was Chet Ridenauer. But Tom Graham able to knock it away. The ball rolls out of bounds. It'll be a boundary throw and still deep in Boston territory. So not a bad result for them. Obviously now they've got to capitalize on it. Toss comes in once again. Punched up by Columbus. And winds up in Mike Shepard's hands. He's got it. Handballs it off. And Simpson's got it now. He's taken down. And it's handballed ahead. Demons have it now. And that's a big kick. And Joe Connor, it's in the contest. Connor up against Gardner. Bunch of white jerseys there, though. And getting it out once again, although that's going wide. Will that land in bounds or not? That's actually, I heard the whistle, out on the full. As Nathan Jameson tried to kick it out, the kick did spin wide. The Demons will get a free kick. I believe the free kick will be awarded to Mike Shepard. So Shepard just looking to get it to the boot. He puts it up for a contest. Tom Graham is in there. Bunch of players in there. Nobody comes down with it. And let's see, with it there, that's Ryan Gross trying to get it out. Demons fighting for it, battling, trying to get to some points in there. And let's see, kicked out by Ridenauer. Shepard can't mark it, but it bounces off him, I believe, goes out of bounds. So once again, we'll have a boundary throw in. Demons keeping the ball on this end of the ground, but now they have to convert on it, get some points. And it goes up and off of a few hands. Picked up there, and here come the Demons once again. That's Rory Smith. And he runs around, handballs off, and they're able to get it to the boot. The kick goes in, and let's see, once again, it's going to roll, and let's see, it's a run through. Rush through for a behind, but importantly, that is Boston's first point of the match. Now it's 3-5-23 to 1 behind 1. Kick in from the back goal square by Columbus, and it's marked there by Mark McClure. And with that height and that ability around the ball, they knew what they were doing when they named him Mark. Demons trying to work with it once again. I believe that's Rusty Smith. Now he gets it to the boot. And let's see. Had a target lined up, but then it was spoiled. They had someone right on the lead there, but coming from behind, one of the Jackaroos who spoiled it there, and that was number 42. That's Mark McClure once again. And it goes off the hands of a couple of ruckmen and handballed through. Goes over Shepard's head. And Columbus has it. They try and handball it off. And with now there's number 51. That's Patrick Coyne. He kicks it up now, looking for a target and getting it. And it is marked right there. Kicked into the Columbus forward 50. Almost saw someone going up for a hanger there. Wasn't going to happen. But a beautiful smother. I believe that was that Wood again in there? Anyway, the Demons back line gets it out. And unfortunately, intercept mark taken once again by Columbus. Jackaroos have the ball. And they have the lead. As this keeps up, they'll have the win. Kick goes over everyone's head. Just rolls in. Columbus now, I believe, in their forward 50. Battle for it along the ground. And we've got a whistle. And I believe a free kick going to Columbus. And that kick goes up and goes off a bunch of hands. Columbus trying to pull it down. Demons able to get it, though, and they start to kick it out. But once again, intercept mark there. Columbus right there. Clearing attempt going right into numbers for the Jackaroos, and they kick it right back in. That's a big, long kick. Looking for a target in front. Almost marked. Bounces off hands, though. Goes into one of the Demons' clutches now, and then he loses the ball. He's dispossessed. Player gets tackled in front. He is dispossessed as well. And there's still a big battle for the ball there. Goes out wide now, giving chase. A couple of Columbus players, a couple of Boston players as well. They all converge on it, and once again, just go into this huge pile. Battling for it, very hard footy there along the ground right now. And finally, the umpire will blow the whistle. And I believe he's going to pay a free kick, too, for a high contact. Free kick going to the Jackaroos. I'm sorry, no, it's given to Mike Shepard. He was indicating the mark there, not indicating the team. So Mike Shepard gets the free kick, and he gets it to the boot now. And let's see, it's intercepted now, though. The intercept mark taken. I believe that's Mark McClure once again. And he's just going to put it to the boot now. And that's the long kick going into the forward 50. Not marked. Goes down once again. Bunch of players jumping up for it. Boston on the move, trying to kick it out now, and it's marked. And he'll just deal it, get it to the boot, and get it to Matt Wood. Wood takes the mark now. Boston trying to chain some possessions together right now. Kick goes in. Graham goes up for it. It's spoiled. Graham might still get it off the ground. Question is, he's got a clear path right now. He takes a running bounce. Oh, he loses the ball. Takes a running bounce. He had a clear path, and now he's hauled down. Oh, my goodness. Graham had a clear shot. Luckily, the Demons get it back, though. And here's a kick right into the forward 50 for the Demons. It's fumbled, though. Jonick trying to get it there. Jonick handballs it off, tries to get it over to Rierick, and it's going to be rushed through for another behind. Tom Graham, he had it and had a clear path to the goal. He had his man beat, but the running bounce went back the wrong way. He couldn't hang on to it. That's definitely a coulda, woulda, shoulda for the Demons there. So now the Jackaroos will take the kick in out of their own back goal square. And the kick goes in now. Very easy kick right to Chet Ridenauer, who takes it and will kick it over. And it's going wide and marked. Nicely done there by Rob McFarland. McFarland runs, gets it to the boot. And, oh, what a contest there. Another mark. That was beautiful. Kicked in there, I believe that was 56. That was Rob Adams. And let's see. Up Columbus marks it, and they kick it now toward the goals. That could be a straight kick. Let's see. Or is it still? Looks like a point. Is indeed. Single point for the Jackaroos, 3-6-24 now. Their lead 22 points, I should say. And Boston now taking the kick out of their own back goal square. Goes off a couple of hands, winds up in the possession of Columbus, but then that kick goes out wide, and it's going out on the full, which means it'll be a free kick to Boston now. Demons will have the free kick. Second half action here on Stateside Footy right now. Columbus leading Boston by a score of 24-2. And the Boston free kick traveling and marked. No, actually, no, it does go to ground. Bunch of players battling for it there. And let's see. Looks like we'll have a boundary throw in as the ball goes out of bounds. Up it goes once again. And knocked ahead. And they try to get it to Shepard, but Columbus kicks it back in. And, oh, that is a nice mark. And he's going to play on, kick it on, and let's see. Actually, no, he's just going to take the mark. They're actually playing on the Division III field. Sometimes it's hard to pick up the difference, but another kick for the Jackaroos. And that's a big, long kick, and that's going to go in and I believe it's going to be a mark there in close, but the Demons will get it. And let's see. Columbus with it now. Still 24-2. Columbus with a chance to add more right now. And they just try and spear a kick in. And it's not marked, though. Bounces off the ground. A Columbus player takes it. He's taken down then. Ball is loose along the ground. Players giving chase. And goes back into a pile. Bunch of players piling up there. The chase is on. Columbus with the ball there. And let's see, we've got a whistle. going to be a boundary throw-in as it does go out of bounds. Goes up once again, and the Rucks will go to it. Bounces off a bunch of hands. Boston trying to move it out. Columbus with it now, and that kick goes in, and it's going to bounce over the Demon defender, and he's going to try and get it to the boot, and that's a point. 3:7:25 now for Columbus. Still just 2 behind 2 for the Boston Demons, who will once again take the kick in from their own back goal square. Kick speared ahead. Marked there by Zach Slater. He kicks it ahead now, and that's marked too, and the Demons are just trying to move it ahead, and they're doing it right now. Another kick, looking for a target, although it looks like it's going to be picked off there by Chet Radnauer for the Jackaroos. He'll kick it ahead. Nice spoil there by Mike Shepard. Thought they had the easy kick lined up, but Shepard came rushing in from out of nowhere. Got up, got the fist to it, and just punched that one out of bounds. Nicely done. And they'll set up for the boundary throw-in once again. And tapped out and over. And Columbus with it once again. Oh, running bounce. He almost lost it, but he's able to hang on to it. And let's see. Player tackled now, goes to ground. Ball is out. And it looks like we'll have another ball up. Umpire calling for it right now. Time dwindling in this second half. And it's been all Columbus pretty much. And once again, they've got it right out of the rock. There's a clearance. Demons get it now, though, and they kick it out. And it rolls, and it bounces, and it's actually going to go out of bounds, boundary throw-in, but that's a good victory for the Demons, considering that they were literally just about backed up against their own goals. Now it's at least out at the center wing. Key now is taking it and moving it forward. Throw-in comes in once again. Knocked out by the ruckman, McClure. And Shepard tries to get it. He's got it now. Gets a handball off. Handball goes back, and let's see. There's a race for it now. And still a loose ball. Columbus picks it up now, trying to get it to the boot. There was Alan Gardner. And let's see. Looks like we've got the mark taken there. Indeed we have. I believe that's Jay Carruth's number 85. He gets the kickoff now. And it's going to go wide and bounce, and it'll bounce out of bounds, it looks like. So another boundary throw-in. Up goes the kick now, and it's marked by Matt Wood. And then right after Wood takes the mark, he's hauled down. And Wood looking for a target. And, oh, it's spoiled. He had Rory Smith lined up. And actually, it looks like Smith might have gotten hit a little high. He's got the free kick. Gets it now to Graham. Graham takes the mark, and he just plays on. Tries to move with it. Handballs, gets it across through Ridenauer. And Joe Connor has it now. He's tripped up afterwards. Loose in front. Jordan Rarick going for it. He's back there along with Robert Gardner. Gardner's able to get the ball, though, and then kick it out. And once again, the Jackaroos able to bring it out of danger with it there. I believe that's Philip Sissia once again. And he'll kick it ahead. Ball bounces. And the Demons almost picked it up. Loose ball now. Demons giving chase, and here we go. That's Rusty Smith. Smith kicks it. Oh, Connor can't take the mark. It bounces off his hands. And now with it once again, that's Jamison. Jamison now kicks. Oh, it's a bit of a grubber. And he lost the ball. And pushed down there was Knezovic. Ball going into the Demons forward 50 and then coming right out. Ari Jonik lining up for the catch. Can't do it. And it comes off the ground. Handball out to nobody, really. Matt Wood giving a chase as well as Rusty Smith. Smith's able to kick it once again toward the Boston end of the ground. And giving chase there is Joe Connor and also Ari Jonik. But once again, the entity that will be first to the ball is the boundary line, which means it'll be a boundary throw-in. And once again, everyone gets set to line up. And it's pretty much caught. That really wasn't a fair throw, because McClure had it, and really there was no contest there, but they're just going to go with it. Jamison gets it to the boot now, and it's marked once again by Columbus. Let's see, with it there, that's the number 85. Once again, that's Jay Carruth. He gets it off now. He gets the kickoff, and nice spoil there by Devine. And let's see, we've got a whistle. And the free kick being awarded there to number 77, Chad Welday. He kicks it now and bounces into Demon hands. I believe that's Matt Garofalo. And now they're trying to move it up once again. The Demons trying to get it back more towards their end of the ground. But Columbus stopping them at every turn. Rusty Smith gets it to the boot now, but it's going to go right into the hands of Micah Muller for the Jackaroos, and he's going to get it to the boot now. And it goes between a bunch of players. I believe first one to get to it, though, will be Clyde Simpson. He gets it to the boot now, and it's a race for the ball. Bunch of players go down. The ball is loose, and it looks like it's going to be out. Nope, actually, a free kick. Free kick going to the Demons for a push in the back. So Boston with the kick there, trying to line up another marking target, and taking the mark there very nicely. I believe that's Knezovic. Knezovic kicks it now. Going through the corridor, tries to get it to Tom Graham. There's a race for the ball now. And Graham still in it, but Jackaroos once again go to pull it away. A kick there by Columbus. Goes to ground. Bunch of players fighting for it again. And let's see. Got a tug on the jumper and a free kick there going to Columbus. The Jackaroos will get the free kick. Or will they? Nope, actually it's the Demons who get the free kick. And the spoil by Ridenauer, nicely done. And then kicked out of danger by David Sutton for Columbus. And marks taken there by Clyde Simpson. Kicked ahead now. And marked once again. Columbus on the march. And now he gets it to the boot. Lining up a target, and oh my goodness, was that a mark? That's about as good a pack mark as we've seen today. And the free kick going to Columbus after that terrific mark. And it's a long kick. It looks like it's going to go wide, though. And it's going to go out of bounds. And that's it. So that kick was after the horn. We are at full time. And that'll do it for this game, basically. It was all Columbus from the start. Final score here in Dublin, Ohio in this USAFL Nationals clash. The Columbus Jackaroos, the home club, 3 goals, 7 behinds, 25 points. And the Boston Demons, 2 behinds, 2 points. And with that, we're going to wrap up this edition of Stateside Footy Goes to the Nationals. The footy does continue here in Dublin, however, and we'll pick it right back up with our next episode. Be sure to catch us again as we return with yet another Aussie Rules doubleheader. First, we'll finish off our first day of coverage with a mixed side match from the women's division. The ladies of New York and Toronto take on a West Coast side featuring players from San Francisco, Portland, and Arizona. And then we'll bring you our first match from day 2 as the early birds known as the Chicago Swans tackle the Boston Demons. Until then, don't forget that you can get your footy on at any time. Just visit our online video repositories. We can be found at vimeo.com/StatesideFootyTV as well as blip.com/StatesideFootyTV, and you can look us up on YouTube as well. You can also visit our website. It's conveniently located at www.StatesideFootyTV.com. You can also like us on Facebook under Stateside Footy TV and follow our Twitter handle. It's BillR_SSFooty. Till we meet again, on behalf of my production partner Stacey Robert and our guest commentator Brian Barish, I'm Bill Robert, inviting you to tune in to the next episode and subsequent episodes of Stateside Footy.